Shoemaker's article, 10 Statistics That Capture the Dangers of Texting and Driving, on the Huffington Post website states that 9 Americans are killed from motor vehicle accidents that involve the use of phones every day. So why do people feel the need to text and drive? This is why I want to persuade you to not text and drive, because as little as one text can be not only dangerous for you, but dangerous for other drivers around you as well. First, I will tell you about the dangers of texting and driving. Then, I will tell you some surprising facts you may not know about texting and driving. And lastly, I will tell you some of the legal action that is being introduced to reduce texting and driving. So you might think, how can texting and driving be so dangerous? Well, in the article, Cell Phone Use While Driving Statistics, on the Edgar Snyder and Associates website, it is stated that when texting and driving, you are 23 times more likely to get into an accident than if you weren't. It also states that when you are texting and driving, you are 6 times more likely to cause an accident than if you were driving drunk. One might say, I only take my eyes off the road for a second. It is said that a driver can safely take their eyes off the road for 2 seconds. So how long do you think you take your eyes off the road when you reply to a text? According to Bowles' article, Why Texting While Driving is a Recipe for Disaster, it states that simply replying to a text takes your eyes off the road for approximately 4.6 seconds. As you can see in this diagram, if you are driving 55 miles an hour for 4.6 seconds, that is the entire length of a football field. And if you're driving 25, that's about 60 yards, essentially driving blind. These are the factors that make texting and driving so dangerous. Now, I have some facts about texting and driving that may surprise you. Did you know that at any given daylight moment, an estimated 660,000 drivers are using their cell phones while driving? This is probably what leads to the 1.6 million crashes that are caused by texting and driving every year. According to the Federal Communications Commission's website, in 2013, 3,154 people were killed and another 424,000 were injured as a result of people texting and driving. Those are some big numbers that are not decreasing in recent years. And according to surveys, 94% of Americans support a ban of texting and driving, but approximately 50% admit to texting and driving within the past month. So what kind of actions is our legal system doing to try to prevent this epidemic? According to the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, there are now 46 states that ban all drivers from texting and driving. This is a map showing all the states that ban texting and driving, all agreed. The only states that don't have any bans are Montana and Arizona, and Texas and Missouri have partial bans that ban drivers under the age of 18 from texting and driving. With these bans, what kind of penalties can people face? According to Tran's article, Texting While Driving Laws, depending on the state, people can now face fines from $20 to $500. They could face misdemeanor charges, and if the offense results in bodily injury to another person, jail or prison time may be assessed. Do you think these penalties are enough punishment for texting and driving? I don't. These penalties seem very minimal for the fact that texting and driving can result in injury and death to innocent drivers. These are the reasons and fact that texting and driving should be stopped, as it is very dangerous to not just them, but all the drivers around them as well. First, I told you the dangers of texting and driving. Then, I told you some facts about texting and driving. And lastly, I told you some of the legal action being taken to reduce texting and driving. So the next time you think about grabbing your phone while you're driving, just remember, it can wait.